Having acquired the Power Stone, one of the 6 Infinity Stones, from the planet Xandar, Thanos and his followers intercept a spaceship carrying the lost survivors of Asgard. As they extract the Space Stone from the Tesseract, Thanos subdues Thor, overpowers Hulk, and kills Loki on a rather terribly shocking fashion. Heimdall hereafter sends Hulk to Earth using the Bifrost before being killed too by Thanos. After that, Thanos departs with his followers and eventually destroys the Asgardian ship. I won't be spoiling the whole film in this. Instead, you will be spoiled about. With a budget window of $316 to $400 million, this is the most expensive movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe to date, and the most expensive superhero movie of all time so far. The film brought in over $2 billion worldwide, after Avatar, Titanic, and Star Wars: The Force Awakens. The title of the film was originally Avengers: Infinity War Part 1, with the next movie titled Avengers: Infinity War Part 2. The final title of Avengers: Endgame was not revealed until much later, because it contained a spoiler for Part 1. Tom Holland was not allowed to read the script for this film, since he revealed too many secrets for Spider-Man Homecoming. In one of the promotional videos for the film, several of its cast members are in an interrogation room refusing to reveal any spoilers, and Holland's mouth is conspicuously taped shut. Also, Tom Holland accidentally revealed the movie's teaser poster via an Instagram live stream in November 2017. The poster contained a note from Mark Ruffalo explaining that the poster had not yet been released and Holland was supposed to keep it a secret. Go figure. Ironically, Holland had already showed the poster to the camera and read the message out loud before discovering a large sign on the back on which is written "Confidential, do not share." However, this seems like a deliberate setup from the studio, as Holland and Ruffalo are known for revealing too many secrets about past Marvel films. Plus, it lined up too conveniently with the release date of the first teaser trailer. In any case, no proof exists. And speaking of Mark Ruffalo, he revealed that he was given a fake script due to his habit of accidentally spoiling past Marvel films. He jokingly claimed in an interview that the fake script was better than the real one. Doctor Strange has been studying for a few years since his solo film and is now considered one of the more powerful characters in the MCU. The writers also wanted to have him come off as sort of the adult in the room throughout the film. Just look up for this scene. Drax's line, "I'll do you one better, why is Gamora?" was ad-libbed by Dave Bautista. In an interview, he says that Chris Pratt actually gave him the idea for that line. And speaking of Chris Pratt, Tom Holland said that he's a big fan of Chris Pratt and loved working with him. Who wouldn't? Their scenes together were often challenging. Pratt's tendency to joke in and out of character made it pretty hard for Holland to keep a straight face at times while shooting. Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth ad-libbed the dialogue between Captain America and Thor, in which they compared their beards, looking like very much alike, reasoning that they have known each other just long enough to have that kind of friendly banter. The Wakandan war cry, Ibambe, is an ancient word for hold strong. Other possible translations include hold fast or just simply hold it. All of these translations are appropriate for their situation. This chant was also briefly recited by Nakia and the River Tribe in Black Panther. Steve Rogers had a new look for this film. At the end of Captain America Civil War, he quit as Captain America, something which occurred several times in the comic books. For the first time, he assumed the identity of Nomad. Rogers' costume shown in the film actually captured basic elements of the Nomad character, in that it's primarily blue and features yellow disc-like objects attached at the collar. For the second time Steve Rogers quit, he was featured to have grown scraggly with a beard, and he would eventually shave the beard and create a new identity as the captain. Consequently, the physical appearance and costume for Steve Rogers is pretty much a combination of the two most popular times he quit being Captain America. The Russo brothers originally confirmed that Captain Marvel would be in this film. However, co-director Joe Russo later declared that the character would not eventually, and that she would instead make her debut in her own film. However, the character will have a major role in the upcoming Avengers film Endgame. The voice you hear at the beginning of the film issuing the distress call that the Asgardian ship was being attacked actually comes from Sir Kenneth Branagh, who directed the first Thor film in 2011. Loki saying to Thanos, "We have a Hulk," is actually a quote what Tony Stark said to Loki in the Avengers 6 years prior. The name Thanos is a short form of the Greek name Thanatos, which means death. Tony Stark telling Peter Parker to cut it out with the pop culture references is actually quite hypocritical, as Stark often pokes fun at other characters by calling them by movie titles or character names. In the Avengers, for instance, Stark called Hawkeye Legolas. In this film, he scorned Ebony Maw by calling him Squidward, and he called Star-Lord Flash Gordon. In this one, Thor confirms that Groot is a language that can be learned and spoken, as he took it as an elective in school on Asgard. This actually explains why only Rocket was originally able to understand Groot, and the other Guardians had to learn over time. This also confirms that Groot understands English and also likely other languages. However, he's only able to speak Groot. And finally, the trailer includes many scenes not shown in the final film, as by now we are used to get from Marvel trailers. For example, early trailers included scenes showing the Incredible Hulk at the Battle of Wakanda. Despite the Incredible Hulk not being involved with the battle at all, the directors noted they intentionally crafted a different experience for the trailers than audiences would get in a finished film. There are of course many more series of things you may not know about this film. Should this video make well enough in views, then I shall consider to make part 2. You got some more interesting trivia stuff you might want to add to it yourself. Go ahead and just share it in the comment section. In that sense, guys, whatever you think, whatever you feel, let me know that all below. And thank you for watching, it's quite much appreciated. If you liked it and it's new content, just thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe if you're new to this channel. Stay tuned, guys. Go beyond, and just in case, for the unlocked! you'd like to support the channel, consider donating on Patreon or PayPal. Now that naturally would very much make a substantial difference to me on both of my life and subsequently the quality level of the channel respectively. Endlessly grateful I would be. And by the way, thank you so much to all of my current Patreons. See you next time.